Hi everyone, this is Masood from Bygone Chronicles and welcome to my channel. In just about a day, we all will be flipping our calendars and ushering in the new year. However, not many of us are aware about its history. And you guessed it right. Today I will be talking about its brief history and some really interesting facts about a calendar, like when the calendar jumped days. Literally. The calendar that we follow today is known as the Gregorian Calendar and is named after Pope Gregory XIII, who introduced this calendar in the year 1582. It was a modification to the existing Julian calendar. The Julian calendar was introduced by Roman general Julius Caesar with the help of Greek mathematicians and astronomers in 46-45 BC. The Julian calendar replaced the then existing Roman calendar throughout the Great Roman Empire. The Julian calendar was followed for over 1500 years when in 1582 it was modified and introduced as a new calendar known as the Gregorian calendar by Pope Gregory XIII. Both the Julian calendar and the Gregorian calendar are quite similar in nature, and the Julian calendar is known as the old style calendar, whereas the Gregorian calendar is known as the new style calendar. When I say both the Julian and Gregorian calendar are very similar, I mean that both are solar calendars, which means the year is calculated based on the time taken by the Earth to complete one revolution around the Sun. And as per the Julian calendar, this time is 365 and a quarter day. That is 365 days and 6 hours exactly. Whereas the Gregorian calendar calculates it more accurately as 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 15 seconds. To make an adjustment for this quarter day, both calendars have a leap year system, where once in 4 years we have an extra day in February, as 4 quarters of a day make one full day, so every 4 years this day is added to the month of Feb. However, please listen carefully. Here is the main difference between a Julian and a Gregorian calendar. There would be a leap year every 4 years with Julian calendar, just like the Gregorian calendar. But with the Gregorian calendar, not many are aware that the centennial years, meaning the every 100th year, which are generally divisible by 4, would not have the leap year unless they are divisible by 4 and also by 400 exactly. So the next centennial year for us, which is 2100, would not be a leap year, nor 2200, but only 2400 AD, like we had a leap year in the year 2000. You can check your calendars on your phone. Here is a screenshot from my Outlook calendar on your screens for the month of February 2100. As you can see, we don't have Feb 29th here, even though the last leap year would be in the year 2096. So the next leap year is after 8 years in 2104. This is how the Gregorian calendar is shorter than the Julian calendar, for it does not calculate the time taken by the Earth as 365 and a quarter day, but calculates it more precisely. So, what prompted the Pope was that Easter, unlike Christmas, does not have a fixed date. We know that Christmas is celebrated on 25th December each year, but Easter is celebrated on first Sunday after the first Paschal moon. That is the first full moon after the spring equinox. The spring equinox or vernal equinox, as it is known, is when the sun crosses the equator and moves towards the northern hemisphere. And as per astronomical calculation, this can happen either on 19th, 20th, or 21st March. But as per church traditions, the date is set as 21st March. So in brief, the Sunday following the first full moon on or after March 21st would be Easter, and it can be on any date between March 22nd to April 25th. But because of the too many leap years and subsequent extra days in the Julian calendar over the course of 1500 years, the Julian calendar had fallen out of sync with the astronomical events such as spring equinox, and Easter was occurring very late in spring, and the spring equinox was happening much earlier than the church determined date of 21st March. Therefore, the Pope set up a commission to look into this problem, and they came up with the calendar named after the Pope after almost 5 years of being set up, which was ratified by the Pope through a papal bull or a papal decree in 1582. So in October of that year, the date after October 4th, 1582 was October 15, 1582. There was a jump of 10 days to sync it with the solar calendar and astronomical events. The calendar changed. The calendar jumped days. And here are some interesting and fun facts about the Gregorian calendar. The calendar had changed, and the new style of the Gregorian calendar was quickly adopted by Catholic Europe, Italy, Spain, Portugal, and their colonies. However, the Protestant and Eastern Orthodox countries were skeptical and viewed it with suspicion, with England only adopting it in 1752, when it had to skip 11 days to align itself to the date of the Gregorian calendar. It was Pope Gregory the 13th who made January 1st the start of the new year again, which had changed to March 25th, the day of Annunciation, after the fall of the Roman Empire. The day of Annunciation, as per Christian tradition, is the day when Mother Mary was informed about the birth of a child by Angel Gabriel. It's also important to note that the Gregorian era is a continuation of the Julian years. However, the current chronology or numbering of years as BC AD, that is before Christ, Anno Domini, was added much later, over 500 years later, after the invention of the Julian calendar. As I had earlier mentioned, Julius Caesar introduced this calendar in the year 46-45 BC, so he would not know about Jesus or Christianity as such. Rome itself adopted Christianity in the 300s. The Gregorian calendar, which is now about 440 years old, is far from perfect, as there's still a margin of error of 27 seconds, which would translate into an extra day in 3,000 odd years. So it's interesting to note how long we may continue to use this as a main calendar and when this would be replaced with a better one, as history is a story of evolution. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please do comment and give me your feedback. Do like, share, and subscribe for more such interesting videos. And I would like to wish you all a very, very happy new year. Take care. Bye-bye.